what's it like to run a Pokemon card business is in the next 48 hours, I'm going to be explaining to you. Because not only are we going to restock, I also have this. This kind of funded the whole video because I needed like a ginormous package and it was free here because it's out of sale now because it's, I don't know why she said it, I forgot, but for this video, I'm going to be going over what I do as a Pokemon card business. And obviously, I don't make money from just Pokemon cards. That's just one of the revenue sources, but I do a bit every day. So let me show you what I do. All right, so we're driving back to the crib. I low-key need to get a lot of YouTube videos done. So I'm gonna get all those YouTube videos done, but I'll go through kind of what I'm doing business-wise because I don't want to bore you with the other 3 YouTube channels that I'm running. I'm kind of just gonna show in this video what I do for just specifically the Pokemon side. All right, so we got an order right now. Basically, what I'm doing for this order is I'm packaging it all up. I'm making sure I know exactly what he ordered. I'm making sure that I also make a video on what he ordered. I always like to make these videos. I'm like, oh, this dude ordered this. Thank you for ordering. Just to show a bit of appreciation, and as well, it's good marketing. I just recorded that video. We're now making the what he bought. Now, obviously, I can't show you anything of this, but I can show you the package at the end. Basically, I'm just kind of giving an overview on what he... Basically, it's an overview of what he bought, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to package it up and then post a video, and I'll let you know when I post it. All right, while my stuff is printing, I'm gonna speak about this. I've grown so much from this Pokemon business for 2 reasons. For one, full faith in God, and number 2, I'm not a scalper. I've been recently thrown in those allegations, and I won't go too far into it anymore since I've already made videos of disproving it. But if you are a Pokemon card business, it is something you are going to hear all the time. Now, the only way to overcome it is to literally not be a scalper. It's as simple as that. If you're watching this, any aspiring Pokemon card business entrepreneurs, you will be called a scalper. And look, if you sell at scalper prices, it's what it is, bro. It's your product, right? Me personally, in best of all, from the way I market it, the way I market my product is I sell below market. That's how I market it. And if I didn't sell it, I would be a liar and a scammer, but I'm not. You can check my prices. I always update them. If you don't know, Pokemon prices do change pretty frequently, but I make sure to update them if need to, and I make sure it's just the best price because I know I'll make my money. I'm not worried about it. I know margins aren't supposed to be high for Pokemon cards. I do it for the love of it. And number 2, I love hearing people's experiences, journeys of their Pokemon businesses, from the customers. I love hearing them enjoying the product. I love that. I love that they are satisfied, they are happy, and that the fact that they can go tell their friends, dude, look at this super sick card I got. This is so hard to find. Plus, it didn't burn my wallet. You get what I mean? But I gotta finish packaging up this package, and I just kind of want to throw that in there. If you are a scammer, if you are a scalper, because scalpers and scamming are 2 different things. If you're a scalper, obviously you're going to be called a scalper. But regardless, if you even just sell Pokemon cards, you will be called a scalper. That's just how it is. But as long as you're not lying and as long as you're not selling above market, you are not a scalper, because that is how it works. Hope that helped. Now, let's get more into what we do today. Oh, I'm still recording. You picked up a 3-pack blister, which is super cool. Threw in some freebies there. But we super bubble mailed it. I want to make sure, since it's a 3-pack blister, I don't normally sell these. I only sell them here and there. I have to pick up a couple of these envelopes. But I have one of these. I want to make sure it's really good package because it's good condition. It's hard to find blisters in really good condition. So I want to make sure it gets to them in good condition. Bubble mailer plus more bubble. Usually I have like a pit stop, not a pit stop, like a time where I stop going to the post office in the day because sometimes if I get too much, then I can't run the YouTube channels and the streams. So usually I wait until 12 p.m. It's 4 p.m. at the moment. However, I'm definitely just going to go ship this out. It's going to take 10 minutes, which is totally fine. But I just don't have a schedule for a stream today. If I had a stream, then I wouldn't be able to. But normally, if I get 4 or 5 orders in a day, I cut it off at 12. Then I'll just go ship it out in the next morning. I'm going to go ship this out now, and I'll be back in a bit. Basically, I'm dealing with ulcers, but it could be wisdom teeth. I don't know what they are, but they are absolutely cooking my life. But hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But business-wise, this is what we're doing. I have new bundles that I want to promote, which is Character Rare, 2 packs of Brilliant Stars. I'm putting it way below market. I'm putting it way below market. That's including the character rare that I try to value minimum $4 to $5. Frigibax, which is higher than that. Deoxys is 4 to 5. Some of them are 4 to 5, right? But then there's the Torkoal right here, Cosmic Eclipse. That card's like $10, right? And the packs themselves are over $8.50 per, and I'm selling it for 17. I feel like that's a good deal. You get a guaranteed character rare. It's all below market. Hopefully, if they're not sold out, check them out. They're gonna be in the description on Matrix Collects. I'm not in the best mood. I ain't gonna lie. I am in a terrible mood, but moods don't matter when it comes to business and when it comes to making money. It's crazy. It's been, I would say, like a couple weeks almost since I've bought cards for the business. And the reason that's so is because, for one, I'm saving. I'm a young adult. It's not like a full-time thing. Like, this business is like a half. It's like a full-time, but it's not a full-time, if that makes any sense. My content's what I focus on the most, but that's why I'm not able to find the best deals every single day, right? But I found an insanely good deal. I was able to pick up 8 packs of Lost Origin, which is so good, especially for the price was way below market. What's good about that is that also means I can sell it below market, which is just, it's such an amazing thing. I love being able to find deals where it's so good priced where I can sell it below market and I still make the money too. Because there's definitely times with products where I don't make money, which is totally fine. That literally happens, and I'm not the type of person, and I've grown. I'm glad, like, I noticed it literally before I even started the business, of the fact that I don't up the price just because the card isn't there. Does that make any sense? Don't up the price because you want it that price. That's what I've seen from it personally. I've had integrity when it comes to this business. I'm really happy about that, though. I don't plan on selling the Lost Origin packs right now. I plan on holding on to them. I think Sword and Shield is in such a good spot right now. And in fact, I'm going to show you the product that I have on the side that I have as literal investments. All right. As you can see here, we have Brilliant Stars. So much Crown Zenith. I've actually made a bunch of bundles with these before. Shining Fates, which is so undervalued right now, in my personal opinion. Only 2 Lost Origins, and then about 6 Fusion Strike, which Fusion Strike is at like $12 a pack. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I really, the funny thing is, I want to do this big Fusion Strike order. I want to pick up, or it's like a really big investment that I want to do for Fusion Strike because it's such a good deal. I can buy it below market, but I've put my money in different places right now, and I need to have money in savings. And that's the one thing with business that I think I've always had a problem with, and that's something I feel like is good to talk about. Is like with business, you want to take so many of these steps where you want to jump further and take more risk. But I'm at a point where I'm comfortable, I'm content with the risk I've done. I want to risk further, but if I risked further for this investment, I would literally be like broke. Dirt broke, dirt broke. And I mean that like dirt broke. I can't do it at the moment, unfortunately. If the order is there by the end of next month, I should be able to afford it. If it's not there by the end of next month, then I don't get it. I literally have to wait 30 days on a very high valued product and hope for the best. Or I get hundreds of dollars in sales, which would be dope, but I would only be able to put a certain percentage towards this investment. That's what's so fun about this business, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's like so many opportunities for such good investments. I will say I'm very happy for the Lost Origin packs I was able to pick up. I love the set personally, Giratina Aerodactyl. I sold an Aerodactyl card actually a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. It's a great set. I've always wanted to invest in Sword and Shield itself. The most Sword and Shield set I've invested in the most is Silver Tempest and Brilliant Stars. Brilliant Stars, I obviously made the bundles and the 3-pack blisters, but Silver Tempest, I actually have a booster box of, which, by the way, you didn't know booster boxes are one of the best investments possible. And I want to say, for some tips, actually, let me put you down. Here are some tips for running a Pokemon card business. Don't mind me wearing a hoodie. I usually like to be more professional, but it's starting to get late at night, and I wanted to get this recorded. It's exactly 10 p.m. right now. Military time, sorry. But, look. when it comes to a Pokemon business, yes, you want to sell now, you want to buy, you want to sell. But if you don't hold on to stuff to invest to later down the line, you're losing out on so much money. Look, booster box, I'm not gonna lie, I would say about almost, I would say, how to, 5/8. 5/8 of the revenue that no, that's a big number. 3/8. 3/8. Does that make sense? Not half, 3/8 of the money I've made from this business has been from one single product. One single product. Because I bought it in 2018 and resold it. Now, it's because I held on to it. It was just an investment. And that's something that I would recommend for any Pokemon card business. Buy a booster box and hold on to it. Elite trainer boxes are pretty good too. I actually don't have, I only have, I was gonna say I don't have any anymore. I sold both my Evolving Skies and my Celebrations, but I believe I have one Darkness Ablaze, which I bought like, I think $10 below market, which is great. And sooner or later it's gonna start going up because for not only Sword and Shield's already out of print, but we're going into a new era of Pokemon cards, which we're getting out of Scarlet and Violet. And what people I feel like aren't realizing, or maybe I'm just not seeing yet, is no one's understanding how much farther Sword and Shield's gonna go up. It's like Crown Zenith is $11.50 per pack. Crown Zenith right now. Shining Fates $9.50. Fusion Strikes about $12.25 ish. Brilliant Stars is about $7.75 to $8.90 on the high end. Lost Origins almost $9 a pack. Silver Tempest selling for $7, but the booster boxes are for $3.75, almost $400. It's crazy. People don't realize, like, it's going to be gold. It's going to be gold, and Evolving Skies is going to be even crazier because it's a whole new era. When a whole new era occurs, every single set from what I've seen in history just goes up even more, which is funny. I want to invest into Fusion Strike, but Evolving Skies is so tempting as well. The problem with Evolving Skies, from what I've realized, is that it is so hard to get it at a good price. I found one that's a little bit above market. I'm gonna check how much is it at market right now. Evolving Skies at market loose pack is $27.50, or it says $27 on the graph. It says $27.48. If I go last recently sold, 27, 27, 30, 27. So yeah, about 27, 25, 27, 30, or sorry, 27.50. Dude, I have about 3 packs of Evolving Skies. The more the better. Evolving Skies is such a good set. And in fact, I might scrap the Fusion Strike. That's insane to say. I might scrap the Fusion Strike. Evolving Skies has the Moonbreon, which is still thousands of dollars. Both Rayquazas, all evolutions. Evolving Skies is quite literally one of the best Sword and Shield, if not top 10 most valuable sets possible. If Evolving Skies came out back in Skyridge time, it would be the same price as Skyridge. Does that make sense? That's kind of like my mindset on it. And you need to invest. That's as simple as that. You need to invest into your business big time. Now, other things that I want to add as well. Sorry, I get really, what's the word you want to put it? I was going to say emotional, but that's not the right word at all. I get very amped up, very excited when I talk about Pokemon business. It's something I've been wanting to do for years, and now I got it right. It took me 3 tries, but once I got it on the 3rd try, which, by the way, the other 2 tries didn't work because I ran out of cards. I literally ran out of cards. I made $200, $300 a month in high school selling Pokemon cards. I knew I wanted to do this. I was selling them off of Instagram. I was cold DMing people, asking if they wanted to buy cards. 10 DMs a day minimum. That's insane, bro. And now I market it with YouTube videos, TikTok shop. Now I'm looking, dude, a month ago I reinvested $900 into Pokemon cards. That's insane. And then I invested some of my revenue into crypto, invested more into myself. Like it's insane what I've done with this money, and I've done it so much better. And if you make good money off of Pokemon cards, you make money off of business. And if you, let me say you're younger, or maybe if you're a bit older, hopefully use your money correctly. And I can say this from the bottom of my heart. I've made some decent money as a young 19-year-old man. Even when I was 18, I made pretty good money online. I spent it very irresponsibly, incorrect, add an ego is best way I could put it. If you have a business, please, for one, don't be egotistical. It's a difference between standing up for yourself and having just an egotistical being a douche, right? But I learned the hard way, and I understand that I need to be way more humble. I understand that, and after a year of dealing with, couldn't even explain to you the lows. I'm so grateful, and I'm so glad that God blessed me with these highs that I'm going to be able to enjoy. And I know it's only the start. And I want to bring people with me. I want you guys to grow with me. I want the people that want to start a business. I want you guys to comment. I want you guys to hit me up on Instagram. I want you to comment some tips, post on stories, tag me or whatever. Talking about I got my first sale, I made this much a month. Dude, I love hearing people's success. And I especially love when it's like people that are connected to me or friends like that. I love hearing when people do good. I can only hope for the best for anyone watching that's a Pokemon business. The one people that are watching for entertainment, just know it's gonna get way more entertaining the more we invest, the more we put back into the business. Now, it is 10 o'clock and I did not do any marketing for the business itself, ironically. I did start editing this video though. I do want to market the Brilliant Star bundles that I have. Now, I was gonna run paid commercials ads. I was gonna run paid ads. I just it's hard to do because when you run paid ads, you want to try and promote one singular product as the main goal from what some people do. But the problem is I only have ones and two of, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to do that. And on top of that, in about 2 weeks, what's it? Today's the 28th. August 13th, I'm going on vacation for about 5 days. So to try and run ads on a product and not be able to ship it out for 5 days is going to be absurd. I don't plan on closing the business. Each time I've closed the business, it's been so detrimental for weeks. So what I plan on doing is I plan on making a note on the website saying products are going to be 10% off. Please note that the shipping will take longer. I'm going to post that numerous times on TikTok just because I don't want to close it. It hurts the business so bad. I'd rather lose a couple dollars on the products and people get way better deals than be dried out for weeks and be harder to get back on algorithms and stuff like that. So that's what I plan on doing. So I mean, you can buy now. I'm gonna put up some pretty cool stuff. I do need a restock, which might do tomorrow. However, I do want to do some pricing for this Evolving Skies stuff because man, is Evolving Skies such a good thing to go for. I remember I had a sleeve blister. I sold it really cheap. The blister Evolving Skies doubled in price. I sold it cheaper. ETBs have doubled in price as well. I sold mine for about 220 and 30. They're now 350 ish for both. This is the thing. Someone got it and maybe they could have resold it for 100. I got my money. I got both of those ETBs for $100, and I was able to sell for 220. When they were marketed like at market price, they were about like 250 ish. Now at the moment, the market for the Sylveon Glaceon is 360, and then 330 for the Vaporeon Leafeon. So I was able to sell mine below market at the time. And this person now probably has ETBs, right? Same thing for celebrations, dude. I have actually a good bit amount of celebrations investments. I invested back in 2021. That's how I knew I was gonna make a business. Holy crap! Why is celebrations $19 a pack? Oh my gosh! Yo, celebrations is so expensive. Oh my gosh! I have a bunch of these packs. Holy. Yo, why is celebration so expensive? Oh my gosh. I actually need to change the price on it because it's like a little too low for market, I think, in my personal opinion. Oh my gosh. That's insane. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna put it at market though. I'm gonna put it at let's do $15.99. Instead of at market's 19 at the moment. It says 19.89. I'm just gonna put it at 16. If you want to pick those up, you can. Again, I like not being too hunched over with it. Now, I see some products I do have. I don't have the ETB, which would have been cool. I sold my ETB for only like 120. I only got like $40 profit. Now it's about 250, 260 ETB is what it is. I have the Pikachu V Union box, which that price is going up ridiculous. I think I bought it for like 50 or 60. I bought this for 40. It's about 70 at the moment. The Sylveon's about 67. I bought that for 40 as well. I have this box, which right now it's at 110. I don't know how much I picked up that box. The problem with that box in specific that's annoying is that it has like a... How do I explain this? I don't know if this is normal. is that I think the top like this is normal, right? Either way, it's $132 for this box. It's gonna be expensive to ship out, but one of these days I'll probably sell it. I think what 6 celebration packs inside of this one. 8. Oh my gosh, there's 8 celebrations packs in this. What? There's 8 celebrations packs in this. No way. That is insane. And here's the other stuff, so like the Pikachu and such. Obviously, great condition stuff. I also have a Fusion Strike and a Evolving Skies pack in this Bolton V-Box. That's how I was able to get my Evolving Skies investments before. I actually don't know how many Evolving Skies packs I have at the moment because I gave an Evolving Skies pack away in... I had a big order that I gave it away in. I don't remember what order it was, but I just threw it in there with the Chilling Rain pack because it was a pretty good order. I was like, here you go, bro. I am curious, the Umbreon Gold Star card. I'm going to look this up real quick because I have it. I haven't listed it yet, and I'd love to know their pricing on it because last time I checked, it was almost like $60, which is insane. I had the card. I pulled the card myself. Oh, I'm so loud. I pulled the card myself, which is insane. I'm actually going to look up the Umbreon while we're here. All right, Umbreon, what are we looking at? I'm like nervous, low-key. Low-key nervous. Dude, Evolving Skies is 1,300 for the Moonbreon. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Pop Series 5 is like thousands and thousands. The Pop Series is crazy. All right, am I silly? Yo, where? What is it? Collection? $60 card. Wow. Last issue, no, about like 55, 60. No, 55, 57. Look, we got 55, 57s, and I have that card. All right, it's 11 p.m. I'm about to go to bed. I was listening to some beautiful, beautiful music, but I was just talking about how you can have assets in Pokemon cards when you have a business. That was the whole point of the rant before. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see y'all in the morning. That's gonna be the end of this video. It's 2 p.m. at the moment the next day, and literally all I do is upload, and upload. Since I run so many YouTube channels, that's literally just my exact priority to do so. And yeah, my life could be considered boring, as you could say, because all I do is upload to many YouTube channels and promote the business. However, this is what I wanted, and I'm very happy about it. I'm very tired, but I'm very, very happy in where I am right now. But hopefully this video was informative, as well as gave you maybe a little bit of motivation to try and start your own Pokemon card business. And remember, don't be a scalper. Don't be going to stores and reselling online. Do your research, buy from other people, whether that's their collections or their product, buy from other people, then sell that. And make sure you sell your prices, not over market. Unless you want to be called a scalper, then you do you. But you want positive feedback and you want to feel good about yourself, sell at reasonable prices and don't resell from stores. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next one.